Good afternoon, Dominica. Welcome to the Talk on the Block. If it's on the block, we'll talk about it. It's a Tuesday, the 20th of January in the year 2026. The pleasure is mine. Welcome you to another Talk on the Block. If it's on the block, we'll talk about it. A big request from the protesters, or those who are standing in Debois still. That's a big request for the afternoon. Brother Nasir Fontaine and Brother IP at Debois. Don't you know? The Patriots standing for the environment. Your wishes, my commander. Claiming to be the toughest fool in town. Chatty mouth, why you think you bad? I'm the worst nightmare that you ever had. Jealousy I fly so high, and we wanna touch the sky. Who are you to judge me? Back you are bad, boy, you can't buy me. So big bad fool. You think you are the big bad wolf? Playing like the big bad wolf. Well, I'm the wolf gotcha. Don't you know I'm the zookeeper? Huddle, 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 big bad wolf. Think you are the big bad wolf? Playing like the big bad wolf. But I'm the wolf gotcha. Don't you know I'm the zookeeper? Oh, I wanna enemies and friends alike. One from another, why you can't divide. Come in your house and then meet up your bird. And when they're done, they wanna chop off your head. That's what they'll do, yeah. That's what they'll do. Tell us I fly so high, and we wanna touch the sky. Who are you to judge me? How can you are bad, but you can't buy me? So you got a wolf. You think you are the big bad wolf? Hey, you're not the big bad wolf. Well, I'm the wolf, gotcha. Don't you know I'm the zookeeper? That's the game. So you think, so you big and you're bad and you're rough on yourself. Why? Ask me who I am. Tell you who I am. You know, oh, sticks and stones to break my bones. Things say you're bad. Things say you're bad. So I'm gonna get you every Raven Hood. Every Raven Hood. Yes, I'm gonna get you. Cause I'm a zookeeper. Don't you know I'm a zookeeper? Don't you know? I played this one for
Brother IP, Dr. IP, and Nasir still standing at the day wash. As we speak, it's 1:14 in the afternoon. Taking a break, we'll come back right after this.
Trusted place set to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica, and yet we deliver. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top tier service, trusted products. At 255-6810 or 316-0164, or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc. The biggest distributor for the biggest brand.
Madam Boboy Madi, Laukali, Idipoti Brights and Company. Here the Rice and Company, the only company I know with Brights was cooking water and back and neck. Now with the last valley short, I said Brights. In the old plus nefla where you have a roofing material and seamless guttering. Yes, 24 gauge governors, all colors. Ever open Nipu gas peel agent. They program the computer to give you the exact size you want. And the seamless guttering, aluminum, that can better withstand the elements you have in an easy way. So no leaking after a while. And so much more. Brights and Company, the app by 8 bank close to the old mill at Enfield. Telephone 617-2468.
The quarterfinals are up. We know who has advanced, and right now it's party time with the Stardom Dance this Wednesday, 21st January, the factory on Valley Road, 8:30 p.m. Come and join us for X-Tempo and Sponsors Night. The sponsors going head to head, pound for pound. Who is going to be the ultimate and supreme sponsor for the night? Your guess is as good as mine. Prizes, surprises just for you from our sponsors. Yo, hold the music, boss. Luke Dangleman just give me a breaking news. Entrance fee $20 and couples. Yes, couples. You heard me right. Couples pay only $30. Couples, come on to X-Tempo Night. Come twin together, matching outfits and all. Oh, you know this scene already, boy. And get chances to win prizes all throughout the night. It's the X-Tempo Sponsors Night. And calling all couples. Stardom 10 this Wednesday, 21st January. The factory, 8:30 p.m. So you better be here. Stardom Test, headline sponsored by Big Edge Financial. Also supported by The Factory, Adam Songs and Lights, Central Cooperative, Credit Union, Kyrie FM, Q95 FM, Vibes Radio, MO News, the National Bank of Dominica, Mapao Entertainment Center, Arturo Sports, and Hardline.
That's why I say money, money, money.
Ooh, oh, oh, KFC. Ooh, oh, KFC. Looking for some place to go. Eagles for soul. KFC. Grab your family and your friends. Join in the experience. KFC. It's the place to be. Made for you and me. KFC. KFC. It's finger licking good.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Toffee snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
We did say we'd come back to the issue as it relates to the lands, according to the Minister of Housing and the government, to be listed out to young people at $1 per acre. That decision was taken by cabinet sometime last week. Let's listen to the Press Secretary Dion Durant making that announcement.
Cabinet last week approved the establishment of an agricultural land lease facility targeting young and land constrained farmers. The facility makes good on government's 2025-2026 budget commitment to make a minimum of 300 acres of state land available exclusively for agricultural use across multiple locations island-wide. Under the program, parcels ranging from 1 to 5 acres will be leased at $1 per acre per annum for the first 5 years, with the option to renew based on continued agricultural use. Here is Minister for Lands, Honorable Melissa Popoan-Skerrit.
A pupil surveyor will be engaged on contract as an agricultural land lease technician. This officer will manage applications, conduct surveys, oversee lease administration, monitor compliance, maintain a land use database, and serve as secretary to the Technical Advisory Committee. Eligibility will require active involvement in agriculture or a viable production proposal, registration as a farmer, a valid produce seller's license, and compliance with Social Security requirements. This initiative is about boosting agricultural production, empowering our young people, strengthening food security, and driving sustainable rural economic development. Government remains committed to creating real opportunities for our farmers and ensuring that agriculture continues to play a central role in Dominica's development.
Meanwhile, Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Roland Royer, described the facility as a major opportunity for young farmers seeking to enter the sector.
We are happy that the establishment of this land lease facility will make state-owned lands available under structured, transparent, and secure leasing agreements, allowing young farmers and agro-entrepreneurs to plan, invest, and scale production with confidence. By reducing uncertainty around land tenure, this initiative is expected to unlock private investment and accelerate the adoption of improved technologies and climate-resilient production systems. This policy is a central component of government's broader strategy to expand agricultural output, strengthen food security, and position agriculture as a major driver of economic growth in line with the national target of having the sector contribute $700 million to GDP by 2030.
The question at this time is this project for the young people, or is it about dangling some carrots before the election? Somebody's asking. Now, we have a lot of young farmers as we speak trying to get to their farms. Nothing is being done in terms of creating access. So what makes you think this is going to be different? Caller, are you there, caller? Hello? Caller, are you there? No, you're not there. Let's try another call. Are you there?
Not good morning
Good,
or good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, yes.
Right, the guy just get up. Not the way the lady reading that there, whoever was reading it. You could swear it's so true. She give it so much taste with that pepper, salt, onion, as though everything is true. But they look, I hear things in this country. Not I'm listening.
All right, she's only the press secretary. She's passing on the information there. Listen. What's that? What's going on? I'm not hearing you. Uh-oh. We have to take more phone calls. We'll come back to you. On the telephone, are you there? Yes?
Hey, Matt, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother. How you doing?
I am good, Matt, I got a question. When is the next election due in Dominica?
I don't know. That's the only person that has an answer is the Prime Minister.
I'm hearing you very much, but I am not hearing you clearly.
I'm saying the only person with that card, or the ACE card, is the Prime Minister of Dominica. Nobody would know.
I know it can be called any time, but constitutional is due in 2027 because the last one was 2022. Right? Good. But by that time, okay, sometimes you've just gotten a promise of land for youth. But what you didn't hear is that it's only for active farmers. So I don't know if we have new active, if a farmer just coming up can be active. Somebody who just finished school and want to go into agriculture cannot get benefit from that. But more than that, as the election goes closer, by the end of this year, if the election is not called, you will hear Skerrit is going to give every Dominican youth a new vehicle, every one of them. And then early next year, you will hear that he's giving all of them a cruise ship. All right? That is how desperate he is as the elections are getting closer.
But would you agree it's a great initiative to give the young people farmland?
Well, Matt, if that was going to be done, I have no problem. It would be good. But we know that it is not an initiative that's going to be fulfilled. That is just purely political gimmick, dangling carrots ahead of the people. Or if you don't want to put it as a carrot, you tie a stick on a dog and you put a piece of meat in front of it. And the dog is rolling that piece of meat there and he can never catch that piece of meat because where it goes, the meat is with it. Right? So that is what Skerrit is doing to the people in Dominica. They are never going to benefit from what he's saying. Right?
All right. Go ahead. All right. Thank you. That's your interpretation then.
Cabinet last week approved the establishment of an agricultural land lease facility targeting young and land-constrained farmers. The facility makes good on government's 2025-2026 budget commitment to make a minimum of 300 acres of state land available exclusively for agricultural use across multiple locations island-wide. Under the program, parcels ranging from 1 to 5 acres will be leased at $1 per acre per annum for the first 5 years, with the option to renew based on continued agricultural use. Here is Minister for Lands, Honorable Melissa Popoan-Skerrit.
A pupil surveyor will be engaged on contract as an agricultural land lease technician. This officer will manage applications, conduct surveys, oversee lease administration, monitor compliance, maintain a land use database, and serve as secretary to the Technical Advisory Committee. Eligibility will require active involvement in agriculture or a viable production proposal, registration as a farmer, a valid produce seller's license, and compliance with Social Security requirements. This initiative is about boosting agricultural production, empowering our young people, strengthening food security, and driving sustainable rural economic development. Government remains committed to creating real opportunities for our farmers and ensuring that agriculture continues to play a central role in Dominica's development.
Meanwhile, Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Roland Royer, described the facility as a major opportunity for young farmers seeking to enter the sector.
We are happy that the establishment of this land lease facility will make state-owned lands available under structured, transparent, and secure leasing agreements, allowing young farmers and agro-entrepreneurs to plan, invest, and scale production with confidence. By reducing uncertainty around land tenure, this initiative is expected to unlock private investment and accelerate the adoption of improved technologies and climate resilient production systems. This policy is a central component of government's broader strategy to expand agricultural output, strengthen food security, and position agriculture as a major driver of economic growth in line with the national target of having the sector contribute $700 million to GDP by 2030.
Good morning, Matt.
Good afternoon.
Matt, are you listening to Government in 5? The government is now leasing land to farmers after 25 years to young people who are willing to plant after 25 years, my boy. Those things are painful, you know. Because for years, the United Workers' Party have been saying that. And this is in our 10 pillars plan, right? You hearing them? This is in our 10 pillars plan, you know, to grow agriculture. But alas, this government doesn't need to get out of it. They were in the bomb civil selling passport. They don't care. Now it stopped. Now the passport thing is in problems. You see? Back to agriculture. Back to agriculture. That is why I'm telling the young people and the people of Dominica today that give the United Workers' Party a chance, because we will fix it. We will fix it, Matt. We will fix it. We will fix Dominica and Dominica's agriculture and Dominica's economy. We will fix it. All right?
This call is emphasizing after 25 years. After 25 years. You had 25 years, so why now? That's the question here on the table. Hello?
Yes, good afternoon to you, Matt.
Good afternoon to you, sir. Uh-huh.
Matt, after 20 some years, Matt, you are going to give $1 per acre. Matt, that is just some people, they want to give land free of charge. Remember, they gave loan from Aid Bank without interest. They did that. Now they say not give land without for $1 an acre. That's some people they want to give land, you know, so they're trying that. But Matt, the United Workers' Party will give nurses, doctors, policemen, teachers, everybody in the in the government service, every single body in the government service will get a raise of pay that will allow them to buy land or build a house and so on and so forth. The details I cannot see now until these decide to bring it out. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you on the telephone. Are you there, caller? Yes?
Yeah, greetings, brethren.
Greetings to you.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with the last caller, man. Although I'm not a partisan party into any parties, but I support anyone that wants to come and do better for the country. It's sad that the young people are allowing themselves to be manipulated, man. They are the future. I mean, in the past, like the guy said, they were in the bomb sea war with the CBI. Now everything is on a watch. They're watching them, the United States and everyone else. Now all of a sudden they want to come back into agriculture. We just said once upon a time, agriculture is a thing of the past. And in the United States, I'm a truck driver, my brother. America cannot do without farming. And to see kind of farms they have whether it's in Ohio, Kentucky, Georgia, Texas, all over. And you tell me that's what built Dominica. You want to shut it down? And the young people, man, They are the future of Dominica. How are they letting individuals fool them with the smartphone in their hand? They have access to the world and see what's going on. How you allowing politicians to fool you? Look at where we are right now. Our music is the #1 in the Caribbean. Men, take that and run with that, and also run with a better country. All them musicians, they're traveling to all over the Caribbean, and they themselves supporting this party. Now Triple K can't come to the United States no more. They don't give them visa. Signal Band have problem, and all the others gonna have problem. They can't sit under that government that happened. Yo, they have to try to sing a different song right now. Whoever can make Dominica better, we have to give them a chance. Whoever can make Dominica go forward, we have to give them a chance. 25 years, and now you want to give the people and them land to grow? Man, let them man go and sukwe sakula yoven sheboyo, man. Have a good day, Bedrin.
Have a good day. Have a good day. 135. Yes, are you there?
Yes, good afternoon, Matt. How are you?
I'm here.
Good. Listen, I don't want to divert you from your topic this afternoon, but I have a question for you. Did Issa ever apologize? Because I haven't heard anything about that. And I went to town today. I saw his bitching stuff by Josephine Gabriel, by Jollies. I even saw it at a new place today when I went and buy some stuff at the wholesale. What's your bit on this, though?
Well, no. Well, I pay no attention to Asa Banton. He's a big man. His conscience will be his guide. I don't want to pay too much attention to Asa. That's basically what I'm saying. I told him what he should do, and I just got a interesting mail from the UK, someone interesting official. He just has to be very careful how he treat the people who are disabled. That's all I can say at this time. This issue for me is over. Let Asa, of course, conscience be his guide. Thank you very much on the telephone. Hello, talk to me. I'm done with this. Are you there?
Mr. Pelte, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. You're back. Yes, hello.
Mr. Pelte, this thing is a serious thing, you know. This is not no joke. As a reporter, you must keep records and you must remind the politicians. Mr. Pelte, after the hurricane, you heard the farmers cry. The farmers that was there for 40 years, 50 years. They never get money. And people that wasn't had farms get money. The civil servants that are they farm, they tell them they was working with the government, they cannot get money. Even when Langsal and them demonstrate, some bus drivers get money, some didn't get. So this is not about going to give farmers, young farmers money, land. It's a serious matter, and you must, I think sometimes, Mr. Pelte, ask the Prime Minister some heavy questions. This thing not going to work. It is not going to work because
what is not going to work? What is not going to work? Let's have a conversation. What do you think is not going to work?
Huh?
What do you think is not going to work? He only make the cabinet only approved the last week that they were going to give young people land to lease $1 an acre. So I'm asking you, what you think is not going to work? I'm just having a conversation. Are you there?
But Matt, why you don't like to listen to something?
I'm listening to you. I'm asking you a question. What do you think is not going to work, sir? Listen and pay attention. Let's go.
You think it's exaggerating, you don't want to talk to me?
I am talking to you. I'm asking you, what do you think is not going to work? Listen, please.
Are you listening to me, sir?
Sir, I'm asking you a question. Let's have a conversation. What do you think is not going to work? You're not listening? Are you listening?
But I'm listening to you. I want to have a discussion with you.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. I want to have a discussion with you. So I'm asking you a question. You said this thing is not going to work. I'm asking you, why do you think this is not going to work? That's a simple question I asked you. I'm not making noise with you.
It is going to be favor for one set of people. I'm not there to bring down the Labour Party. I told you this morning, the administration system, look at how much here the government tell you they put in something there for some people. It's for one set. It's real. I'm not there to bring down Labour Party or UWP. I'm telling you, I'm a small business person. Somebody just told you, look at the money they put in the bank there. A loan approved for me, I didn't get it. Are you there with me, sir?
Go ahead. You said that this morning, but let's go. Go ahead.
The cabinet approved a document from me. Somebody hold it in housing and they don't want to give it to me. I'm not lying. I have the proof there, and many people can tell you those things. I appreciate what the government doing. You think, Matt, if the government wanted to look for agriculture, the first thing you do, you put up factories, Matt. You put up industry, that's what Barbados do, that's what Antigua do. They ship chips, planting chips to Europe. They take the planting from Dominica and they bring it to Antigua, they refine it, they make chips. The first thing you do, you put up factories. Even for us, the local manufacturing, the first thing the government has to do is put up a factory, even in a place like Roseau. Look at Sister Nax there. Look at all these people that are doing processing. Mackenzie was there making paper towels. They didn't support Mackenzie because Mackenzie disagreed with them. Just disagree. The former parliament for Paybus, he didn't even call it, he just gives solution. They kick him out, they fight him out. This is how the system works. And it's the people. One of the problems with our leaders is the people that gather around them. If you study our history of politics from before independence, all those leaders was good leaders, but it's the people. Even some of the supporters, how hostile they could be to some callers. When I hear a caller calling and telling a man he's smelling, you don't treat your own people like that. He's talking about hostile. It's us that hostile to each other. We fight each other for nothing. That's why the young people so rebellious. Look at all the big cruise ships that come in there, Matt. Look at Mr. Shillingford. Mr. Shillingford supposed to have a tour from the cruise ship going to his farm to eat melon in a melon restaurant. Mr. Louis supposed to have a group of cruise people going to Mr. Louis farm, and his young people are supposed to be operating that. If a man can leave Sweden and he can come to Marigot and he can put up a tourism village and he can move 5,500 people from that cruise ship for the day, why we Dominicans cannot do it? Why the government don't put things in place for the same young people? He talk about he want to make racetrack through the forest. You have all the young men from Marigot with equipment sit down there. Make a public works in Marigot. When the chuff hit Marigot in 2022, it's the young men from Marigot, Gan Abraham, Stones Robin, all the guys from Benz come up with all the equipment. It had a landslide come down by the fishery there. And these are the people that clean it. It wasn't the Chinese, Matt. So it's our people. Make a public works up there for the people with the equipment.
All right, let's stick to the subject here. We're talking young people. I get your point. You said it this morning and you're saying it again this afternoon. Same thing. 449-3095-96 and 97. Again, reputation can create some reputation there. I'm hoping that the Prime Minister and others are hearing you. You've been saying it all the time. Hello, talk to me. Yes. Are you there, caller?
Good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you. Yes.
I'm here.
Yes,
Matt,
sir.
not that same government that promised the young people at 20 years old, 21 years old, we get a $20,000 to get that money to make business, to go to school.
That is true. When you get to 21, you would get some money. Yes. They said when you get to 21, you'll get some money.
Is that the promise?
Yes.
The promise was never made. Okay? All right.
All right. So a good point there. Yes, that promise was never made. It was made by Shakira, the Roseau South MP. Hello, talk to me, yes? Caller, are you there? Caller, are you there? 449-3095-96 and 97. Hello? On the telephone. Are you there? Let's move on. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Mr. Pelke,
Hey, Sakafet blessings.
Mat Mulaka Chebe, Mat Uvole Gomodara Move, Mat, a criminal move, Mat. Mat, it is very sad. Mat, where, if they meant well, Mat, the industrialization of marijuana, they promise. You there with me, Mr. Pelke?
I'm still here.
Not all these young people, or you can put them to cultivate marijuana and organize the factory to process the marijuana into oils, into tar, into maybe, grease or whatever. My brother, that is a stupid thing, desperation, impulsive, irrational, and impulsive, Matt. Because they're desperate. America is down the neck. They're just talking garbage. Matt, all farm roads in Dominica, decale under Chichi. So now, Matt, when you get a transplant Czechoslovakia, I want to hear who is that a lady vampire or the woman vampire? Because these people have sucked on the blood and it's still sucking the blood of young men that are dying in pools of blood. The ritualistic sacrificial lambs, Matt. So when you want to come and talk about where the brother said it, where's the agriculture and how they say it, Matt, the agro-processing plants. Where's the ship? One would go up north and one would go south and one would go east and one. Where are the ships, Matt? It was Ian Douglas that talked about them, Matt. I think he was minister of whatever, and he talked about they have 2 ships.
Trade. Ministry of Trade. Minister of Trade, yes.
Minister of Trade. And I tell Vince not to talk. They say Vince set up a thing, but that's another issue. I'm just saying, Matt, that's a lie from the pit of hell. Give them land to cultivate marijuana and set up the whole industrialization of marijuana so they can become rich. But you do not want independent people. You want beggars. Everybody has to be on their knees. Come to Papa. All people, young girls and young boys, so all you can use them as slaves. But that's a dirty old stinking trick from scared, repetitious garbage, Matt, and think he can fool everybody. Matt, young people, middle-aged people, old people should not fall for that. Lawrence Bruman, let his soul rest in peace, Kerry. You cannot be Lawrence Bruman. You was joking, but you're serious in your crimes, my brother. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. On the telephone, it's 145. Yes, hello, yes? Sorry. Try again. 4493096. Hello, are you there? Caller, are you there? Caller, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Bring down the volume on your radio, please. Thank you.
Yes, Matt. I just wanted to, at least I'll give you a challenge. The situation is, I would like you to find out the statistics of Dominica. When last we sold over $1 million for the last 20 years in terms of economy, in terms of agriculture. I know before, when Fulham was there, you had a situation where they had $100 million in banners and so on. A challenge for you. The other thing is, I want to find out, go around the country and see the amount of abandoned areas we have. Are these areas new areas, or are we going to get the abandoned farmers land and they're working? Is it possible they can look at those areas? Because the point is, you say they're going to get new lands and city lands and so on. What about those farmers who are there? Come along these areas and so on. So, Matt, 700 million in the next 5 years? You didn't hear anything? 700 million in 5 years? Next 5 years? That's not all, man.
That's what they're projecting.
Huh?
I said that's what they're projecting. Projecting.
I don't know projecting that is not practical. You cannot tell me you can give a million in the next 5 years, 700 million in the next 5 years. And you can only make a million in how many years in 20 million, 200 million in a amount of years. Get the facts. Get those facts. Look at the statistics and see what amount of acres we have. And $700 million we made in that certain time. Is that really real? And let's get the thing going. Because you have number one, Matt. You have to get the markets going.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the markets? The other islands are getting themselves the markets organized, Barbados and Antigua and so on, getting themselves organized. Do we have any market? Who are you going to sell to? Like this is already giving us trouble, all around giving us trouble. Who are you going to sell to? Not like we did before. So they mustn't just come and tell us 700 million. No. And then you have to train your young people. They should be already trained already all now to go through the process. You have to have a listen. And those areas you have abandoned there. Because you have the past talk to the farmers and see how we can work with those old farmers and so those elderly farmers who can't work again. But you come and tell me that now $1 an acre and then the young people go through the process. The point is, let us do our work. Those who like you, I know an investigate journalists, but get some of the facts and let's see what are the facts. Is it possible? Possible before we criticize.
I'll be talking to some agricultural experts to find a little more for you, okay? Now, someone is saying, and the young people started listening. They say now, Matt, don't forget the houses in Warner for the young professionals. To this day, not one house has been built. Instead, the ministers grabbing lands in Warner. Let's go back to a promise made a couple of years ago by this minister, or Parep. This one.
You imagine that using part of the revenues from the Citizenship by Investment Program, Labour will give every young person just after their 21st birthday a cash lump sum that they can use to do a business, help to secure a house, or apply toward educational training overseas. Labor, labor, yes, Dominicans, cash in your hand. No other country in the Caribbean does that. Only in Dominica will young people be given this kind of stats.
Well, I can tell you I have two who just passed 21, and this promise has never been fulfilled. So let's go 149. Labor. Let's listen again.
Can you imagine that using part of the revenues from the Citizenship by Investment Program, Labor will give every young person just after their 21st birthday a cash lump sum that they can use to do a business, help to secure a house, or apply toward educational training overseas. Labor, labor, yes, Dominicans, cash in your hand. No other country in the Caribbean does that. Only in Dominica will young people be given this kind of stats.
Well, CBI has taken a nosedive, so it means that these young people will never see that reality made a long time, a few years ago, huh? Can I safely say that CBI is no more? Hello, gentleman, on the telephone. Yes?
Good afternoon, Matt.
How you doing, my brother? How are you? How are you?
I'm good, and let me big up Solvi people, Matt. And Dominica, good afternoon. Matt, listen to this, right? Let me show you how wicked and evil scary it is when it comes to agriculture, Matt. If they're so interested in agriculture, let me show you how heartless and hypocrite Scary and his Labour Party is, Matt. When the Salisbury farmers was asking to fix their road, their feeder road, so they could go in garden, they could go on their farm, they could go and to their holding, Matt, and produce. You know what they do, Matt? Take gas them, Matt, and drag them before the court. Matt, I mean, people have to really sick in their head to allow this type of evil behavior from a man they call the Prime Minister, Matt. Your citizens demanding feeder road so they could feed their family, and you find the best thing to do is take gas them and drag them before the court, Matt. You see how hypocrite the Scary and his Labour Party be, Matt? All they want to do is stay in power. And now we're talking about agriculture. Who going to believe him, Matt? Huh? Who going to believe him? Common sense wouldn't tell you for you to develop agriculture, you need feeder road. Instead, you try to work with the people and promise them something like you always promise them and never deliver it. You dragging them before the court, Matt. And today you're talking about giving people land to... Where's the road? How are they going to get to the holding? Where's the market? Where's the transportation? You know, I didn't want to call you, Matt, but I just finding some people too wicked and too evil, Matt, because that's not politics, Matt. You cannot drag innocent people, the people that never been to a court, that never get arrested. As a government demanding the feeder road, and you take gas in them and dragging. If you want to talk about agriculture, my brother, first thing you have to do, dismiss that case you have against the Salisbury farmers. And pay them for take gas in them. And then we can start talk something, Matt. Because what this guy's doing, Matt, is not politics. It's just a bunch of evil doers, Matt. I mean, I'm not perfect. I have my wrongs too. But then to do a country that to deal with your people in that manner, huh? And then you're talking about agriculture. And another thing, Matt, the opposition forces have to watch the talking points. That's why I had cool out on calling, man, because I'm not on the ground. I don't know what's going on. But I hear a lot of people talking and it doesn't make sense. I respect their views and their opinion. But politics is strategy. Strategy, vision, ideas. That's what politics really about. Food on your table. Bread and butter issue. You understand? Because the discussion you had this morning about the opposition leader, man. I mean, we might disagree with Jesma, Paul, and Anthony. But remember, we had boycotted the election. And Salisbury and Marigot decided they don't want Skerry to control their area. So if it wasn't Jesma and Anthony, Skerry would have the 21 mark. So we really have to balance what we're talking and think about what we're saying before we come on. Because a lot of times we hurt in our own self. Nobody's perfect. All of us will make our mistake. And that's what politics is about. When the opposition make a mistake, you capitalize on it. When the government make a mistake, you capitalize on it. But a lot of times, we is who have ourselves in that situation, because if people have to stand up and focus on the issue, the billions of dollars that missing to fix them feeder road, focus on that. The lack of law and order, focus on that. The corruption, the nepotism not going on, focus on that. You understand? Garbage cannot pick up in a country. Focus on that. Them like taking like every minute. Focus on that. That division business, Matthew Woodland. And let me pick up Hillary Chillingford. You there, man?
I'm still here, yeah.
Yeah, let me pick up Hillary Chillingford, because I don't feel the pain when he talking, Matt. And when he talk for me too. Although I support the United Workers' Party, and all political parties will have their flaws. But the main issue, we have to focus on coming together and stop fighting against each other to move Dominica. And I don't feel Hillary pain, because the electoral reform, not all them things connected, you know. Hillary and Wayne James tell them they don't ready. They don't ready. See the nonsense that's going on with electoral reform. Huh? And he's thinking of calling another election. So we have to stay focused, Matt, and we have to stop fighting each other. You know, stop it. We're not going anywhere like that. I like UWP vision, the way they articulate the vision, the policies. That's why I support them. I don't support them for dimples and no dimples. And I don't want them because I have my friend them. I go Salisbury, ask anybody but Barrington use them. Hector John, Stephen John Jules, Reginald John. So politics is not about who can do the job, who that is honest, who that is competent, who that is sincere, who that will uphold law and order, who that is not in it for themselves but in it for the country. That's what we have to deal with. Okay, enough. Thank you so much. No.
Somebody's adding here, good day, Matt. The people who were given apartments, have they gotten their titles just yet? The last we heard of Melissa said she has assigned someone to work on that assignment. 5 years list of land, long-term crops, takes about 5 years to produce. What a joke. Real Stalin move to the young people, move on the young people, pluck out their feathers, and that's what it's about. Somebody saying, Stalin, that's what you want to say, Stalin, huh? Moving on young people, plucking out their feathers. If Dominica is serious about agriculture, they need to give Thompson a chance at the helm. Just see what he's doing with the dashing farmers in the southeast. Talking about Thompson, he did say that he would maybe call me. I know he's in Washington at this time to give us an update. What may be going down in Washington at this time.
Good afternoon. About 3 years ago, about 2-3 years ago, the PS came to Salisbury, held a meeting with key holders in the community, and tell us they're going to give us land, and land will be available. They sent us a letter which I'm going to make available to you, Matt. They appoint about 6 of us on a committee. And up till now, Matt, I have been to the ministry asking, where is the land they promised to the people of Salisbury above Makushri? Up till now, they never respond. And I have the appointment letter, but I'm going to send it to you. Okay?
All right. I'm listening. I'm waiting. 449-3095-9697. Take a few more calls, and of course, we'll wrap up on this subject. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, please. Be sharp. Are you there?
Well, good afternoon, Matt. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Station in the house. Matt, I bless year to you, my brother, and prosperity and health. Matt, let me tell you something. I was in Dominica for 5 weeks. And Matt, I feel the pinch of the Dominican people. Matt, we're hearing about land giving out acre for what? $1 to young people, established farmers. Matt, I came and I went and I took a drive to the coffee area. These are places that have land waiting to be cultivated. Matt, the road condition, I had to turn back. Matt, I can remember when the United Workers' Party were in power before I left Dominica. I came down a year after. Matt, I took a car, not a 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. I took a car and I drove from Melvin Hall, go all the way up to the Coffee Bridge. Matt, I make a left turn and I head up that road, hitting 30 and 20 miles. Good road, go all the way back to Craig, and I built out at Valley, back to the 4 road area by the Methodist Church with a car. Matt, today, I cannot do that with a 4-wheel drive. The road condition is too bad. Matt, we're talking about marketing for the farmers. Matt, I did a research, and Matt, a container ship that is currently above 20 containers. Matt, hit the range of 18 million, hitting the range of $35 million with all the billions that are passing through the passport. Matt, we cannot buy a container ship owned by the Dominican people for at least $35 million. You know what the size of a container ship of $35 million can do for Dominica? To create market, and we can ship the goods to those places. These things are not in the mind of the leaders. Bribery and treating, Matt. That's all, and they'll do anything to capitalize a win and a stay for the next general election. And I'm saying to the young people of Dominica, wake up. I'm saying it, I was in Dominica. I was hoping that some demonstration or something was taking place. I would be there, Matt. I'm willing to come back down. But Matt, we have to see where we are right now and where we are going. Matt, right now, what we need up here, especially the Martin, Sabre Station, I'm born in the country. Matt, turmeric is a great product. Turmeric coming to station today, Matt, before the weekend, it is finished. Ginger, any herbal leaves that come to this country, they finish. Matt, we can go into that. But what are the leaders doing? They are not interested. So, but I'm saying, we need to move this government. Matt, the only way we can move forward is to remove this government out of power. The next coming election, general election, do not put back this government in power. I spoke to labor rights. Matt, all they are saying, the market is not there. They are willing to plan. I've spoken to men, my friends who are labor rights in Dominica. You are listening to me right now. I know you're listening. You know what I mean? They said the Labour Party does not provide the means necessary for them to survive. But Martin, what's the problem? They are ashamed to testify of it. They are ashamed because they have supported the party so long. Now to go again, it's not afraid they're afraid, they're just ashamed. We are not going to pull you all down. Come out and speak up. We will support you all in doing that. But I'm listening.
All right, caller. Thank you. Every line here is occupied, so let's take another phone call quickly. Let's be sure. Sorry. Let's go back to the telephone 205. Are you there, caller? Yes. Yes, caller.
Hello, Matt.
Yes,
Do you forget or have you forgotten the program you have with Mr.
Louis?
Mr. Louis, and all about the works that you all had, all the talk that you had about agriculture, all the amount of money you all asked them to invest. Did they do it?
The Farmer's Cry. That's what you're talking about many years ago. Yes.
Right. And up to now, they did nothing about it. They said the agriculture was a has-been industry. What nonsense they come and talk about now, giving young farmers land to do what? For them to go and plant grass? Come on, man. Tell these fellas to stop that nonsense.
All right.
Time for them to get out.
All right, caller. Thank you. Let's go back to the telephone here. This is Q95. Are you there? Yes.
Yeah, Matt, just quickly. Thanks for reminding me, you caller, about the Farmer's Cry, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, these guys are criminals, you know. Matt, they're taking an oath on the Bible and they're not honoring the oath they take. I listened to the woman there, the Commissioner Emlisa, talking about that's a commitment they make, Matt. Why not a promise? That is more shallow and more vague. A promise. Or you taking an oath on the Bible and all you not honoring the oath all you take on the Bible is commitment all you bother about. And Matt, they will not do anything. Matt, you remember when farmers just used to go to the bank and buy a brand new transport, Matt?
Of course.
That's not loan, you know, Matt. Farmers just used to go and buy brand new vehicles, 1 ton, 3 turn, order their vehicle or whatever they were doing. Farmers were independent. Hucksters were big people in Dominica. So if you want to get into agriculture, you, these demons, go and fix the farm roads. Matt Atlee, Carhome, Salisbury, Matt Cars. I used to be in the Atlee Valley planting my marijuana, going Guadeloupe and doing almighty Matnik. Matt Cars, tourists. Man used to bring tourists up in Atlee. The road under UWP were paved from Debijan to right Chaparamat and going down in another area. Matt, you could take a car and just run up Atlee. Now the man, that is by design, you know. Kerry do not want people to be independent of him. So you want to keep controlling the people and lying to the people. As I said, let Lawrence Grumman rest in peace, Kerry. You're trying to impersonate him, but with lies. He was telling stories. So, Matt, it is sad you give a promise or a commitment. All of a sudden, that is a new word, though, commitment. Why not take an oath and dishonor it? You're going to create an industry out of marijuana. So the first step is to set up the facility to process the marijuana. And while you're doing it, you start to give man license. I get how much thousands of dollars for license. How wicked and evil, because it's all about selectiveness. And at the same time, you deal with exporting agricultural produce and process them by creating an agro-processing plant. But then you and Melissa and them cannot tell nobody what to do because everybody have money in the pocket and they can just tell you, go to hell, it's not your damn business who I vote for. And that's what they don't want, Matt. So they're keeping the people poor, subjected to all manner of abuse, putting them in houses, their money bill. Matthew remember Skerrit said the money, Dominica money is not our own.
Mm-hmm.
The land is not our own because he said the stones is our own. Who our? Is you that hijack Dominica and the Chinese and them and doing what all you want and treating poor people as all the slaves. Matt, in conclusion, poor people, labor rights, UWP, it's a no ice at all. Matt, time to stand up and Matt Thompson and them have to find a way to reach the young people on social media, create CO, give them high grade, give them alcohol, give them food, give them free transportation. Sometimes you don't even have to give them free transportation. Just create the avenue where all the CO is, not even bicycle they take in and come there. Thank you.
Somebody says he can jump high, he can jump low. He must go. Somebody says if Jasmine Paul was serious about her country, she would have resigned as opposition leader and hand the title over to the Dr. Thompson Fontaine. That's my suggestion. Well, Dr. Thompson Fontaine must be elected. You must be elected to be opposition leader. Just take that in mind, huh? To be finance minister, to be prime minister, to be opposition leader, to be prime minister, you must be elected. That has to come from the people. Hello, talk to me, yes? Uh-huh.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Matt, I know of young men under the time of UWP who bought vehicles cash, land cash, build their house cash. And that is a fact. I know that for a fact. Matt, if these people had continued what UWP left, Matt, young people now at the age of 24 or let's say 35, by now these people would be able to have their homes and have a vehicle and live sweet. Matt, let me tell you something. Matt.
I'm right here.
This government is a wicked government. Matt, when it haven't got feeder road, and the trees that the edge, UWP, the time UWP left to grow, you know how big those trees are? You know what's going to happen, man?
Mm-hmm.
Young and you remember they tell us if it's not passport, then what? Right? Now, Matt, you see passport benefit farmers? I don't see where passport benefit farmers because we have bad roads. Farmers cannot get to their field. We have no market. And we just doom, farmers just doom in this country. Madam, a farmer, you know. And I know what it is to be a farmer. And not since this government in office, farmers having problem. Banana dead. All 3 crops dead in Dominica. Matt and these people thinking now, they're coming now to fool young people and tell them about agriculture. And you with $1, you're going to lease land for $1. Matt, what they send the young people to do? They didn't send them to plant free marijuana trees. That is what the people know, the young people know, because they spoiled them already. Right? They spoiled them already. They didn't put them in groups. They didn't put them in groups to plant stania and plantain and bananas. It's just what did they tell them? To go and plant free marijuana trees. Right? And they could do better with the young people. I am calling on the young people. Matt, I am not telling them not to plant. Let them plant. But Thompson Fountain is the man that can get market for the farmers of Dominica. Yes, I want them to plant. But Thompson is the man. Farmers, when you have your crops, get in touch with Dr. Thompson Fountain and you will get market for your crops because this is the man who knows how to get market for farmers' crops. Matt, if you listen to the farmers on the east, and they can tell you, if it wasn't for Thompson Fountain, all their dashing would spoil on them. This government now coming now to fool the people and tell them you're going to lease land to get market. 25 years, these people are there. These people are failure. Even if they give you the land to plant, Matt, these people don't know how to get market. They're lazy. They don't get. We don't have market from them. He's the only man who knows how to get market for farmers in Dominica. It's Dr. Thompson Fountain, and I am calling on the young people. Plant. But when you want to have market, contact Dr. Thompson Fountain because the government is a failure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. On the telephone, hello, talk to me. Yes.
Yes, Matt, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Question for you. When last have you been to Wharton Waven?
Maybe a couple of weeks ago. Yes.
Oh, okay. Did you pass the back road?
You mean the road going up to Trafalgar, the back road going from to Mont Prosper?
Mont Prosper.
Yeah, I passed there. Yeah, it's going back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and what just Matt? You know Wharton Waven is a destination for tourists.
Oh yes.
We have Secret Grow Show, we have schools, we have Pia, we have the Pity Parody restaurants, we have so many guest houses up there. The minister of our rep is the Minister of Finance, and look at the condition of that road, my brother. Can this guy do anything right? Come on, man. The rep need to do better than that, and he know for.
But he did say in that communique. I heard that Wharton Waven will be one of the areas they're looking at to give farmers land.
Anyway, but I can't say nothing because everything in that country upside down, back to front, and the rep know better. But everything for these guys is politics, and come December they'll pass and they'll give people harm. Good afternoon.
80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy Drink, and of course, Sunblast Juices, Thomas Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill Juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
Cabinet last week approved the establishment of an agricultural land lease facility targeting young and land-constrained farmers. The facility makes good on government's 2025-2026 budget commitment to make a minimum of 300 acres of state land available exclusively for agricultural use across multiple locations island-wide. Under the program, parcels ranging from 1 to 5 acres will be leased at $1 per acre per annum for the first 5 years, with the option to renew based on continued agricultural use. Here is Minister for Lands, Honorable Melissa Popoan-Skerrit.
A pupil surveyor will be engaged on contract as an agricultural land lease technician. This officer will manage applications, conduct surveys, oversee lease administration, monitor compliance, maintain a land use database, and serve as secretary to the Technical Advisory Committee. Eligibility will require active involvement in agriculture or a viable production proposal, registration as a farmer, a valid produce seller's license, and compliance with Social Security requirements. This initiative is about boosting agricultural production, empowering our young people, strengthening food security, and driving sustainable rural economic development. Government remains committed to creating real opportunities for our farmers and ensuring that agriculture continues to play a central role in Dominica's development.
Meanwhile, Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Roland Royer, described the facility as a major opportunity for young farmers seeking to enter the sector.
We are happy that the establishment of this land lease facility will make state-owned lands available under structured, transparent, and secure leasing agreements, allowing young farmers and agro-entrepreneurs to plan, invest, and scale production with confidence. By reducing uncertainty around land tenure, this initiative is expected to unlock private investment and accelerate the adoption of improved technologies and climate-resilient production systems. This policy is a central component of government's broader strategy to expand agricultural output, strengthen food security, and position agriculture as a major driver of economic growth in line with the national target of having the sector contribute $700 million to GDP by 2030.
All right, Dominic, it's already 2:24 in the afternoon. Is it a dangling carrot? Is it viable? Some of the questions being asked at this time. Are the young people being taken for granted? Promises, promises, and more promises. 2:25. Hello, talk to me in the afternoon. Yes?
Good afternoon, Matt. Good afternoon.
Hey, Mr. Hillary Schillenfeld, how you doing?
Yes, Matt. Matt, I'm a farmer and I just want to make a short contribution. But I want to advise the government, if they're interested in agriculture, one of the main things they should do is fix the road, Matt. Repair the roads. Caroma has been one of the most productive areas in Dominica. It has always been. Tuba Road, Matt, is like it's like you're going down cliff. Matt, the place is so bad. Under a 4-wheel drive will be touching in Tuba Road, Matt. Caroma has no road, Matt. The government is interested in putting farm agriculture where it ought to be. First thing they should do is fix the road. So the farmers, even the land that the farmers don't have, there are a lot of farmers that left their properties, left their farm. And their farm can be available to rent as well, you know what I mean? But there's no road, man. Their children cannot go on their farm. So if the government is serious about agriculture, first thing they should do is try to bring back the feeder road, man. Get the roads back so farmers can go to their farm. And every time a government leaves its road in that condition, you're just sending money back to Japan. When farmers have to be paying lifeline insurance, which government fully benefiting from that, and they're not fixing the roads, but the farmer have to go and work to make the money to come back and pay the license and insurance, man. It is an indictment, man, on agriculture. So I really want the government to take agriculture seriously and fix the roads. Give the farmers roads that they can go and produce. Matt, another thing.
I'm here. Yes, go ahead.
Matt, here?
I'm here. Go ahead. Yes.
Matt, but I lost my foot here, Matt.
You said on another thing that you're going to talk about something else. Yes.
I lost my phone. I'll call back.
You'll call back. Okay. Thank you very much. Hello. Good afternoon.
Finally, and brief, Matt. Not free, innovative and creative ideas. Matt, UWP, even in Dave Wash, there, Matt. They can get an open tent, bring a liquor generator there, Matt. Cook, prepare ital, prepare what all you prepare in there. And anybody that come there, $3 a plate, $3 a drink, $3 for revolving fund. Matt, if we organize some serious activities in Dominica, where maybe try to talk to Shelley and them, what's the name? Signal ban, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Try to bring signal ban on locations and invite young people. Matt, they have alcohol selling half price. they have chicken, they have fish, they have high grade and everything. It's not we that contaminate the young people. So you meet the people where they are to get the attention of young people. These guys are full with CO, red hot barbecue and high grade and all of that foolishness. But we will not have them follow us with our mouths alone. So you have what I heard you first person, maybe Mystic or Mark. Edutainment. You entertaining and you educating at the same time. And if you think they're not listening, Matt, subconsciously they are absorbing the message. Matt, we're losing Dominica quickly, and all these little wannabe leaders that want to run Dominica to remove Skerrit, boss, all you have to get all your hands dirty. That is not no child's play. But we need to get some entertainment mixed up with education. So it's edutainment, and have the young people come, enjoy themselves, but listening, and invite them to talk more than you talking. Invite young people to come to the mic, talk to them, video them, have them all on social media talking about Dominica Hills. And in closing, these leaders have to force carry them hands to arrest them, to come and tear gas them. Let us invoke or draw to the attention of the regional and international community. Look, we're dealing with criminals in Dominica, and we need help. I hope all you that going out and talk to international people using the right words with the right messages and plead on the behalf of Dominica. Skerrit and them have to come out them at the killing our country. No more calls for the day.
Thank you.
Matt.
Yes, you're back.
Again, Matt, we have a brush road there. That's where I have my land. Matt, that road is very bad. Very bad. Farmers cannot go there. You hear me, Matt? And Matt, I don't want to frighten that government. But Matt, if they does not do something about those things and those promises they're making to us, Matt, we'll have to take action. We're not threatening them, but if they cannot do things, we'll be taking action very soon. You understand? We're not Marigot people, you know. We're not people in the east. We are Salisbury.
All right, Salisbury, 449-3095-9697. Are you there, caller? Yes?
Good afternoon, Mr. Peltier. Thank you for taking my call on this great program you're having.
All right, thank you. That's Jeff Bella.
Yeah, that's me. Mr. Peltier, once it's agriculture, it's youth, it's education, health, I'm going to call. See, Mr. Peltier, here's the thing. Why does the government make land available to young people? A good thing, right? A good thing. And I think members of the opposition should welcome that. Because the government has been warned several times of that CBI program they're running, the mafia way they are running the CBI program, that at some point it will crash. And where are the ministers or that Christian guy and the others who used to say, if it's not CBI, then what? Where are they? What are they saying right now? Agriculture, finally? What great. But not even if they make land available to young people. What is the plan? Did the government give a plan with the land they make available to young people? Why shall I welcome it? I want to know, what is the plan for the young people who they gave this land? What are they going to be growing? What are they going to be raising? There's no plan in place. So, for example, Mr. Peltier, agriculture, which we have been telling the government how successful it can be. According to the Central Statistics Office, in combination with information from the Customs Department in Dominica and the Chief Vet Office in the Ministry of Agriculture, in 2024, Dominica ordered $26 million plus US dollars of poultry parts into Dominica. That's just chicken parts like chicken wings, drumsticks, and so on. In 2024, this same institution also show goat, which is commonly in Dominica, between goat and lamb, there was over $3.2 million US dollars of into Dominica importing. There was a guy who said in Parliament one time, a fisherman is making $40,000 a day or a week or whatever that number was. You remember that, Matt? You remember that comment made in Parliament by someone?
Yeah, yes, I remember. It was $45,000 a day.
A day.
Fishermen.
However, fishermen, we are importing 4.1 million US dollars of seafood, according to these offices in 2024. 4.1 million US dollars seafood. In pork, a mere 16.8 million US dollars in 2024 into Dominica. I'm saying this to remind the government of the proposal that we made, CARIFID made to them, on how we can diversify agriculture, not only in crops, but also into livestock. I have some other numbers for you, Mr. Peltier. Before CARIFID, which is a registered company in Dominica paying taxes, has a hatchery in the Commonwealth of Dominica, the government, not government, but Dominica, used to order over 2.7 million US dollars worth of baby chicks, and that is just for layers. Layer birds, that is chicks that comes on the end for farmers to lay birds. And broilers before CARIFID was almost 5 million US dollars. Today, Mr. Peltier, because of the same organization CARIFID that made the proposal to the government of Dominica, the importation of baby chicks has dropped significantly over $1 million US for the broilers. Sorry, for the layers, and for the broilers, it's a drop almost $2 million US. These are real numbers, and these are public information numbers. We have to do the research. That's why I'm asking the government, the land that you make available to these farmers, to these young people. What is the plan? Are they going to be doing poultry? Are they going to be doing swine? Are they going to be doing aquaculture? And are they going to be growing crops? These are the information. These are the questions. This is what we want to know from the government. And how are they going to do it? What is the plan in place? Do you have a plan in place where X farmer is going to be doing monster poultry, X farmer is going to do doing swine, etc.? And where is the market for it? Because we are hearing the abattoirs coming. A good government, a government that's really clear and making land available before the land is given. These are the research that should have been done, and to work with the market, supermarkets, grocery stores in Dominica has to really get the market. Another example, if a government had care about the private sectors in Dominica, while they're making ham and turkey and whatever available every year, bringing it themselves, why couldn't they work with companies like WeChurch, some incorporated, Stephen Malcolm's, all these organizations or companies in Dominica that employ local people in Dominica to work with them together? They would bring those ham and turkeys, and then they can sell it then to the government and this criteria make develop people. That's what a creative government in agriculture would have been doing. And these guys have zero plan in agriculture, because you cannot just make land available. So if this man decides he's going to build a shed for his garden and turn it into a block house down the road, you cannot evacuate this man, because you did not give them a plan, and not just a plan of what they should grow in it, but where is the market for it? Eugenia Charlson, the Freedom Party government, said, we're going to make land available for you. If you need 20 holes, we'll give you 20 banana plants. If you plant bananas, we'll find a market for you. And that continues on the European government. That's how government operates in agriculture. So I am very disappointed to the fact that all these people who say, if it's not CBI, no one. But the same agriculture we have been talking about, they have nothing else to fall back on that same thing. It was Eugenia Charles that said, Dominica is the Caribbean food basket. Dominica is the food basket of the Caribbean. We have water, Mr. Peltier. Water. Endless water. Water is like our oil. That's part of agriculture. Why didn't the government invest in tankers to work with islands like St. Martin, Antigua, his body Antigua? Even in St. Lucia, they're having a lot of jobs. Where we could do, Wasco could set up a storage tank in this island and provide water to this island. Mr. Peltier, there's much more to talk about this. My question to the government of Dominica is, what are they going to do now with CBI crash? And how are they going to work in agriculture? I will say publicly, I am willing to work with them. I've given them proposals. I'm willing, because if Dominica succeed, we all succeed. And finally, Mr. Peltier, these guys are so wicked and political. Do you remember, I think it was Ian Douglas when he was Minister of Trade, he came on the radio 2 years ago, boasting his big mouth about how Dominica has become self-efficient. Do you know how that happened? It's because of organizations or companies that have been able to bring a lot of layers almost 1 million of them, to be able to supply the local farmers with layer birds. And this is why the importation of table eggs in Dominica reduced in the last 2 years. Johnson Boston is the general manager of Carifeed. He can give you these numbers. You can go to the chief vet office in the Ministry of Agriculture. You can see all our legal documents whenever we import eggs and so on. However, I have to say to you, I want to thank Dr. Thomas, who actually put pressure on the government, specifically the Prime Minister, to make them be able to remove the value-added tax on the imported eggs, fertile eggs we were giving it. They give that to us. I want to give them credit for that. I want to give Dr. Thomas credit for that because he had a vision. And unfortunately, Mr. Thomas had to run out of Dominica because they could not understand his vision for the best of Dominica. And this gentleman is doing so well in Northern Ireland. These are the people we need in government. And I want to say this, guys. It doesn't matter how close you are to a minister of government. It doesn't matter how loyal political party. When a government is forming the fool, you need to make them understand you voted them to fill in the form, not to form the fool. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
In 2024, somewhere around September, November 2024, the Minister of Agriculture made several public pronouncements that the coffee factory in Portsmouth was going to be up and running in April of 2025. Matt, I think it would be a worthwhile effort to get in contact with that minister. I believe it's Mr. Royer, and ask him where we are with this coffee factory. Man, I say that because, I mean, the coffee factory has been the ridicule of this government. So for them now to tell us that they have a program in agriculture whereby they're giving young people land to revamp the agricultural industry, Matt, is nothing but a knee-jerk reaction, a desperate act to, again, fool the young people. But Matt, more than that, this is no joke. Matt, have you tried ever to get a few laborers to do any work for you in agriculture? Matt, talk to the farmers around the island. Matt, you can't get a guy to come and cut grass for you at no time. So Matt, when they had the CBI bonanza with all of that money, billions of dollars, but they didn't invest in the agricultural industry, whereby they would have had to create, build a road network, attain markets, build the agro-processing capabilities on the island. They did nothing. And all of a sudden, these guys expect the people to believe that there's a program in place. It's time to get rid of this nonsense.
So many mothers crying, so many feel around.
Hey, Brother Nasser, take it from the top for me, please.
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah.
When?
Looking out my window, and I'm thinking of tomorrow, and I'm wondering what the future will be. Thinking of the children who are the victims of oppression, eaten down by what's and eaten up by starvation. And it's when we, they're softly what we are, and the children can go to play. I wanna see me, all oppression will be down, and the people will rise up and say,
free at last.
Freedom at last. Freedom at last. So free. Freedom at last. Freedom has flown. Yeah, shifting in situation. W my meditation. I can hear the voice of the sufferers cry for justice. Oh, now the rugged warriors are raging, face of nuclear bombers are rising, and the world is gripped by fear of mass destruction. From the shipyard to the
Somebody says the trinkets of smoke and mirrors by this DLP offering land lists for $1 per acre is just an apple looking rosy and outside, on the outside, but rotten on the inside. No information on targeted crops, access to finance to establish the farms, no information on targeted markets, no plans to improve the farm access roads and farm infrastructure, such as pack housing, irrigation, etc., for producing premium certified products. This is just another talking point by the Labour Party to set the narrative up. Oh, you want to hear the song Setting Traps? Oh, Dominicans are creative, boy. I'll try to get this one from Signal Band, the Setting Traps, huh?
Matt,
Yeah.
Church is looking for a way to start making farmers pay taxes for his upkeeping because all his money is running out. And he's looking for a way to get them to register and pay their fees for as a farmer. And then when he finish, they'll be doing an annual budget of how much they're making, and then he's going to start charging them for paying to pay their taxes on this so that he can get more money to look after his 32,000 a month mansion here, and he building a new one, so it might be 60 by then.
freedom at last. Freedom at freedom at
What I do not understand is that when the cannabis industry opened, the government gave the young persons, young fellas, young farmers, young everybody to have 1 tree or 2 trees, when they could have given them the opportunity to get the land and cultivate cannabis that could use as a, using the cannabis industry where it brings in all kind of revenue, The government locked it down, never took the opportunity to tell the generation, look, go to that, we'll get the factory, we'll get the marketing, we'll get the oils and all what that can the byproducts of cannabis. They never did it. But now they want to come and play with the people's minds again. Fool them and say they give them land at $1 an acre. Where's the market? What are they going to produce? What you giving them the land to produce, and what are they going to sell? There was an opportunity when Dominica could have capitalized on the cannabis industry, and the government did not give the opportunity to the young generation. The CBI money could have bring a lot of agro-processing industry. They never help. Now they come with their nonsense to play the minds of people. They have to stop it. And when people talk, they're talking about Scare Reed or Lennox or Thompson. Not about that. It's the facts. People are not fools, man. What are you going to give them? You're calling them land now for $1 an acre because all you back against the wall. Or they never treat the people good. Or they treat the people who put all you into power, or they treat them bad. Anyway, man. Whatever.
Anyway. On the telephone. Hello, talk to me. Yes, I'm here. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm here.
This is Bernard Morrow.
Yes,
Any
but
particular subject?
if you were listening, you would have known we're talking about farmers and the land for farmers. Listen, land.
All right. Can I speak from the point of it?
No. We're sticking on the point. You'll call you on open line tomorrow, okay? Let's stick to the subject, okay, my friend? If I allow one, then it'll just get out of hand. So call me tomorrow.
Looking out my window,
On the telephone. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Good afternoon, Mr. Perky, and how are you?
How are you, my brother? How are you? Yes, please.
Matt, I know and I realize things are bad for the Dominica Labour Party and the Prime Minister in particular. I'm trying to seeking to find a topic or subject to divert attention from the very serious problems we're facing locally and internationally. But I really didn't realize that these guys are that desperate and so insulting to the intelligence of the people of Dominica, particularly the young people. The people are there now targeting to offer land at $1 per plot or whatever.
An acre.
These are the children.
$1 an acre.
These are per acre. These are the children of the parents that they purposefully and intentionally kill the agricultural sector in the rural areas. Dominica is basically a rural community. Many villages, that's where you generated income on the previous administration through agriculture. This administration intentionally killed agriculture so that they could take away the income of these parents, these people, so that they will be dependent on them. This is why they can give them a house, and I'm giving a house for free and mark about certificate title, because if I give it to you, I'm afraid that you might decide to change your mind about voting for me. So they killed the agricultural sector. Now they are desperate. They're hearing the United Workers' Party and the leadership of Dr. Thompson Fountain and previous leadership, Lennox Clinton and Paul, saying what it would do to the agricultural sector, how we develop it, and so on. They are now having in their hands a dead CBI industry. But I thought at least Papa Bodier, they had some sense if they're going to speak to the people of the country about trying to bring back agriculture. You'll speak sensible things to the people. You are saying that you are going to set up a program or a policy, and you're saying you're going to employ one surveyor. We will employ a surveyor who will be a technical advisor. He will be everything to a committee to administer a program in agriculture throughout the country, throughout the country. I mean, can you be so insulting to intelligence of Dominican people out there, we out there to understand what is happening? Not only that, Mike, I'm taking Castleberg, for example, where I know very well. The land that they are talking about is forest land. This is land under primary forest and secondary forest. So you are going to give it to people. You are yet to say how you're going to give them access. Many persons have brought up the excellent points. What are the crops? What are the sectors? What is the industry that you are targeting in terms of marketing, in terms of how you're going to provide them access to those lands? And you got that. Nothing like that. And you're just trying to make a statement that you're hoping that people will pick it up like you're now doing on the program so that they will not discuss the other real burning issues affecting this country. There's a lot of agricultural land, prime agricultural lands throughout Dominica, Castleberg Estate. Many of those lands are held by persons who are not in Dominica. It's idle land. If you're serious about agriculture, I know they lack the capacity to implement. They lack the intelligence to implement. So I can say to the public, I know they cannot do it. You set up a land bank. You approach the owners of those lands, and you set up land banks throughout different locations, the same location that you're talking about. And you improve and develop the access to those lands. And then you can now listen to these people, to these young people that you are targeting, if you really want to bring back agriculture. But you don't tell them you're going to give them land in the forest, no access, nothing, and then you go, oh, no, geez. Gentlemen, Mr. Skerritt, you have done what you could. You cannot do anything about it. The best thing you can do for this country right now, sir, nobody hates you, is resign. And some of you people, the parents, particularly the parents of these persons who are now there as ministers of government, some of you know what's going on. Ask your children to please leave it. your husband, your wife, the aunties, the cousins. Ask them to just leave this thing alone. That is the only way you can get Mrs. Kerry to realize that things are bad. 8 of your 9 reasons and walk across the opposite to the other side. And I know it sounds hard for it to happen. But for Patrick, that's what took Patrick John down, you know. That is how it has to go down. That is the only way you can really, I know when the election comes, things will change. But at this point in time, it is you, the parliamentary representatives. You are paid to be where you are. You got your money. The country is in chaos. The most you can do for this country right now is 8, 9 of you come together and say, hey, let us work out. Let us go across. From the new administrative government, will one of you become prime minister? You will take away that nonsense issue about certification of voters. Pass a new legislation to register everybody, and then have election and let the best man win. But right now, the country is in chaos, and you all who are sitting in cabinet can help it. And you, the parents of those, and the godfathers and the mothers of those that are there, you all can ask them and talk to them and tell enough is enough. Enough is enough in this country. Goodbye, man.
449-3095-9697. Again, according to Nasir, when? Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there, caller? Yes? 255.
Matt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was trying to call the program, but I guess I have the wrong number.
You have the right number. You're talking to me. When you man, you talking to me, sir?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Because I was looking for a contribution to that show you have going on.
Of course, but go ahead. You're on. Go ahead.
I came to Dominica. They're talking about agriculture to help young people. I came to Dominica. I'm agriculturist too, you know. When I go in the garden, every building is destroyed. Every one. Agriculture dead in the gardens area. Here we have the technical people to help us.
My brother, you're listening to the what you're hearing there is a minute after I speak. So please turn down the source that you're listening to, and then you'll talk to me. Okay? Are you there, caller?
I am there. Yes,
just turn down the volume. Turn down the volume on what you're listening at. Okay? Are you there now? Caller, turn down the volume of the television or the radio you're listening to in the background. Are you there?
Yes, Matt, I'm there.
Well, turn down the volume of the radio. All right, turn the volume down. Yeah, turn the volume down.
You're talking about agriculture.
Yes, go ahead. He's listening to himself, so he's getting a delay, so he's hearing himself in the background. Again, turn down the volume and then talk to me directly for the final time. Are you there? I think he understands. Hello, on the telephone, more telephone calls. So turn down the volume next time, okay? Are you there? Call, are you there? No, you're not. All right, let's go back to the telephone call. Are you there? Yes?
Yes, Matt. Good afternoon.
Yes, I.
Matt, you're gonna have to run a little education program about the difference in voices on your system there. The delay. Educate people about the delay, because so many people are having problems with that. Anyway, to the point, Matt, the gentleman before that caller has laid it out carefully and perfectly. And, you know, they come out with this program, Matt, and you could see the frustration in the voice of the gentleman. I think he was a former president of UWP. Is that correct, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could hear the frustration because they come out with this program and make it sound like it's the best thing. But when you give a young person lands with either virgin forest or secondary forest, where are they going to get the money to clear it? Clearing lands are not so easy because after you clear the land, all the logs are, you got to plant between the logs if you're planting bananas. That's what they used to do in the old days. And if you don't have equipment or chainsaws or whatever to cut it up and utilize it, it's going to take a long time for you to really clear that land. You'll be hopping over logs for a very long time. But that's just to give you an idea. These young people, do they have that kind of money to invest to even clear the land? And then even before that, what kind of road access are you talking about? You're having difficulty giving road access to traditional farmers who've been there for hundreds of years, and now you're opening new lands. But what kind of road access will these new lands have? Because we know that the farmers, and you've been hearing it, that's one of the biggest complaints, road access. The roads have deteriorated. Roosevelt Skerrit has neglected the roads. Under the United Workers' Party, we used to do tours through Salisbury, come down to Carhome. Matt, we used to do tours there and see the farmers at work, and the visitors would have appreciation for the working farmers because they could see them at work. Now the farmers cannot have difficulty getting to their farms, man. And there is no doubt that Roosevelt Skerrit, he must not escape the responsibility for not maintaining the farm roads in this country. So for the young people, if you believe that you're going to get land leased to you by Roosevelt Skerrit and there's going to be a good access road to it, you're dreaming, because he didn't do it for the farmers who were there before you. And he's not going to do it for you either. This is just some kind of a bait. And Matt, is it something that I'm observing that Gaston Brong might have the same kind of advisor that Roosevelt Skerrit has? Except to say Gaston Brong is giving away lots for tourism and Skerrit is giving away lots acreage for farming. It appears to me that there's some kind of a link there, Matt. As if Gaston Brong and Skerrit had the same advisor. I'll just leave it there for now, Matt. Thank you.
Well, I don't know that. Well, let's take a final voice note for the afternoon. It's already 3:00.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, it was interesting just listening to the conversation this morning and this afternoon. It is wonderful listening to all the dangling carrots. I mean, interestingly, these carrots don't seem to be swishing in the wind. They make noise. And that is exactly what Skerrit wanted. He wanted something to make noise, to take out the emphasis on the visa problem, to take out the emphasis on the fact that a lot more Dominicans are going to be home because they can't pursue studies in the US. You know, all of those things. But you know one thing my prime minister isn't? My prime minister is not foolish. Neither is his wife foolish. But they miscalculated, Matt. But have you heard the recent bouillon coming out of Dominica? Matt, these young people are thinking, you know. Now we have bouillon love. We have nasty business. We have old school bouillon. Matt, so you really think the young people are not taking a note of that? And no matter how good their music is and how much they work, they don't seem to be coming out of their quagmire or their poverty level? Skerrit and Minister of Lands, you all miscalculated because the young people of Dominica are seeing these things. There are no markets. You're not telling them what they can plant and when you're going to source, how you're going to source markets for them and how are they getting those products out of Dominica. You think young people foolish? You really think young people that daft that they're not seeing through you all? Because while they're scraping the bottom of the pan, you're living big, living rich, so much so that you all can come out and give them for free. Come on, Matt. Oh, young people in Dominica, if there's one thing I have hope in, is the new generation are actually opening up their eyes, Matt. Matt, on that subject matter, I want to say all those great ideas coming off of Q, take it, people, and go to Dave Wash and let's shake some things up. Jen Munoz, ozo ye. Dominique a sorti Dominique vel gwada fe musique. Bouillon gwada se gros bagay. Levez out, messieurs. We were there balling when Nasio, we want him in the Creole Festival. Now he's out. Go lend a hand. Let him go up there and start singing now. So he can correct you and lift you up and bring you up while you all stand up for Mama Dominique. Skerrit? This time around your psychology is not working. My brother, you'll have to give back one of those doctor. I know you're the best thing sliced bread. But your negotiation with the young people of Dominica, my brother, you lose. You have not been able to negotiate jack in the last few months or last few years for the Dominican people to lift them up, to take them out of their poverty, to take them out of their sorrows, except for paying for funeral and death announcement. My brother, this time around, you miscalculated. You're on your way out. Greatest prime minister ever. Let me quote a pastor in Dominica. Skerrit has been the best prime minister Dominica has ever seen. The most honest prime minister. But who saw, bro? Who pedal? Afternoon, Matt.
And this is how we wrap it up for today. Every day is something. Tomorrow, I've got to go. Donald Trump, well, look over across him. The man finally want to find the world busted. Captain and Scarecrow, what do you say? Your people want to go back USA. Every day is something. November had a spell. Brand new garbage trucks and we still put not sell. No lights in the stadium, no first class cricket. And every day, head gets in the ticket. White people searching for love. The yellow in the tongue with a man hands in glove. Oh no, I have something to ask. Also, what people winning money by that. Every day is something. Every day is something. Every day is something. October always hot. Independence time, diasporas in this spot. MJ and Zappy reunite. While Ryan CK still in a fight. TFC, the lineup was great, yeah. But honestly, the show running late. Except when a boy take our money and run go. At least he rich, Kelani was a no show. Kelani, every day is something. Every day is something. Boy, that is stupidness for you, September wasn't fun. August is a lucky step. Things who look gone. First time I see things so what? The whole executive resigned from the Calypso. The next month was election. In a few days, man leave in position. The PM made the pop in the capital. I hope that this was the roof of the cathedral. Every day is something. Every day is something. Every day is something. Boy, August was a lot.